Welcome to our countdown of the top 15 haunted houses in the United Kingdom. From eerie mansions with tragic histories to centuries-old estates haunted by restless spirits, these homes are not just relics of the past, but places where the paranormal meets reality. If you love ghost stories and spine-chilling tales, stay tuned as we explore the most haunted houses that still send shivers down the spines of those who dare to visit. 1. Borley Rectory, Essex. Known as the most haunted house in England, Borley Rectory's terrifying history is infamous worldwide. Built in 1862, the rectory quickly gained a sinister reputation after its construction. The ghostly activities began with the sighting of a spectral nun, who is believed to have lived during the 13th century. According to legend, she had an affair with a monk from a nearby monastery. After being caught, the monk was executed, and she was bricked up alive inside the walls of the rectory. Strange occurrences continued over the years, with reports of eerie footsteps, cold spots, and objects moving on their own. The most famous haunting took place in the 1920s when paranormal researcher Harry Price investigated the site. His team experienced ghostly tapping, and messages appeared on walls, seemingly communicating from beyond the grave. Even after the rectory was destroyed in a fire in 1939, the hauntings persisted, as if the spirits refused to rest. 2. Chillingham Castle, Northumberland. Chillingham Castle is not just a historic residence, it's also one of the most haunted places in Britain. Built as a stronghold in the 13th century, the castle's bloody history includes tortures, executions, and battles. Today, it's said to be home to many spirits. Among them, the most famous is the Grey Lady, often spotted wandering the halls and disappearing into thin air. But perhaps even more unsettling is the Blue Boy. Visitors have reported hearing the chilling cries of a child, and upon investigating, builders found the bones of a young boy sealed within the walls of the castle. Chillingham is filled with unexplained occurrences, cold breezes, ghostly whispers, and objects moving by themselves, making it a magnet for ghost hunters. Stay in one of the castle's haunted rooms, and you might just experience these ghostly happenings for yourself. 3. Ham House, Richmond, London. Ham House, nestled along the River Thames, is a grand 17th century mansion known for its stunning architecture and its paranormal activity. The most famous ghost here is that of Elizabeth Murray, Duchess of Lauderdale, who once owned the house. Known for her political savvy and ambition, it's said that Elizabeth's restless spirit still roams the mansion, never fully content in the afterlife. Visitors have reported seeing her ghost on the grand staircase or feeling an overwhelming sense of her presence. Other strange phenomena include the smell of roses when no flowers are present, believed to be the scent of her perfume, and mysterious knocking sounds coming from the walls. Ham House's eerie atmosphere intensifies after dark, when footsteps are often heard echoing through the empty halls, leaving those who dare to visit with an unforgettable sense of unease. 4. Blickling Hall, Norfolk. Set amidst the rolling hills of Norfolk, Blickling Hall is not just a picture-perfect Jacobean mansion. It's also reputedly haunted by one of the most tragic figures in English history, Anne Boleyn. The second wife of Henry VIII and the mother of Elizabeth I, Anne was executed in 1536, and her spirit is said to return to her childhood home every year on the anniversary of her death. Legend says she appears in a ghostly carriage, headless, carrying her severed head in her lap. Her presence is often felt in the corridors of Blickling Hall, where cold drafts and sudden temperature drops are commonplace. Visitors have reported strange mists, disembodied voices, and the sight of a figure gliding through the hallways. Anne Boleyn's tragic story combined with the spooky happenings makes Blickling Hall a place of great historical and supernatural interest. 5. Plas, North Wales. Plas, a striking Jacobean mansion located in North Wales, is notorious for its paranormal activity. Built in 1610, this grand house has a dark history filled with tales of murder, witchcraft, and tragic deaths. The ghost of Lady Dorothy, who supposedly jumped to her death from one of the upper windows after her lover was killed, is said to haunt the house. Other spirits include those of children, believed to have been tortured during the English Civil War. Visitors to Plas often report hearing footsteps echoing through the empty halls, disembodied voices, and the feeling of being watched by unseen eyes. Ghost hunters have captured chilling EVPs, and strange mists have been photographed on the property. If you're brave enough to visit, Plas promises a haunting experience you won't soon forget. 6. Raynham Hall, Norfolk. Raynham Hall is best known for its resident ghost, the Brown Lady. This specter gained international fame when her image was allegedly captured in a photograph taken in 1936. The Brown Lady is believed to be the spirit of Lady Dorothy Walpole, who was imprisoned in the hall by her jealous husband. She died of smallpox, but her spirit is said to still roam the house. Witnesses describe her as a woman dressed in brown with a glowing, ghostly face. Apart from her, there have been numerous reports of ghostly apparitions, objects moving by themselves, and doors slamming shut with no one near them. Raynham Hall's eerie atmosphere is palpable, and visitors often leave feeling as though they've been in the presence of something otherworldly. 7. Trear House, Newport, Wales. Trear House, located in Wales, is a grand 17th century mansion steeped in history and haunted by its dark past. The most famous ghost associated with Trear House is that of a former servant named Elizabeth, who is said to have been severely mistreated during her time at the estate. Visitors have reported seeing her ghostly figure wandering the halls, wearing a forlorn expression as if still serving her masters from beyond the grave. Another eerie presence often felt is that of a former lord, known for his cruel ways. The paranormal phenomena here aren't limited to ghost sightings. Strange sounds, flickering lights, and objects moving on their own are common occurrences. Many visitors have described feeling sudden chills or an overwhelming sense of dread in certain rooms, as if the house itself is alive with the spirits of its past residents. 8. Hever Castle, Kent. Hever Castle, the childhood home of Anne Boleyn, is a beautiful medieval fortress with a chilling supernatural presence. It's believed that Anne Boleyn's ghost returns to the castle, haunted by her tragic fate. Visitors and staff alike have reported seeing her spirit wandering the grounds, especially near the bridge that crosses the castle's moat. A cold, eerie atmosphere descends on the castle at night, and some have witnessed ghostly figures drifting through the halls. Beyond Anne, the castle is said to be home to other restless spirits, with sudden cold spots, disembodied whispers, and the unexplained sound of footsteps echoing through the empty rooms. With its long history and tragic connections to the Tudor period, Hever Castle is a hotspot for ghost hunters and history lovers alike, eager to experience the chilling aura of this haunted residence. 9. Wallon Hall, Nottinghamshire. Wallon Hall is a grand Elizabethan mansion in Nottinghamshire, known not only for its architectural beauty but also for its ghostly residents. The most famous apparition is that of a white lady, often seen gliding through the halls and disappearing into walls. The ghost is believed to be a former resident who met a tragic end within the house. Visitors have also reported hearing strange noises, such as footsteps and whispers, when no one else is around. The spooky sightings aren't limited to the interior, though. Some have seen ghostly figures walking in the gardens at night, only to vanish into thin air. The combination of its long history, stunning architecture, and eerie paranormal activity makes Wallon Hall a place that draws in both tourists and paranormal investigators, all eager to catch a glimpse of its spectral inhabitants. 10th. Wythenshawe Hall, Manchester. Wythenshawe Hall, located in Manchester, is another historic house with a reputation for hauntings. Built in the 16th century, this Tudor manor has seen its share of tragedies, and many believe that the spirits of former residents still linger. One of the most famous hauntings is that of a ghostly figure seen standing by the windows of the Great Hall, often described as wearing period clothing. Visitors and staff have also reported hearing the sound of heavy footsteps in empty corridors, as well as doors closing by themselves. Paranormal investigators have captured unexplained voices in their recordings, adding to the mystery. Wythenshawe Hall's eerie atmosphere intensifies at night, with visitors often describing a sensation of being watched or followed by unseen presences. If you're interested in the supernatural, this historic house is worth a visit. Just don't be surprised if you encounter one of its many ghosts. 11th. Hampton Court Palace, London. Hampton Court Palace is a majestic Tudor building with a dark and haunted past. Though technically a palace, its history as a royal residence fits the theme of haunted houses. Built by Cardinal Wolsey and later claimed by King Henry VIII, Hampton Court has seen its share of drama, including the execution of two of Henry's wives. Catherine Howard, Henry's fifth wife, is perhaps the most famous ghost haunting the palace. It's said that Catherine's spirit can be heard screaming down the gallery where she was dragged to her death. Staff and visitors have reported seeing her ghost running through the palace, reliving her desperate final moments. Beyond Catherine, the ghost of Jane Seymour, Henry's third wife, has also been sighted, wandering the corridors. Cold spots, flickering lights, and strange noises are frequently experienced, especially after dark. This royal haunt is not for the faint of heart. 12th. Croft Castle, Herefordshire. Croft Castle, a medieval fortress nestled in the Herefordshire countryside, is not only a site of historical significance, but also a place filled with ghostly activity. The most famous spirit said to haunt the castle is that of Sir Richard Croft, a former lord of the estate. According to legend, Sir Richard committed suicide after a series of personal tragedies, and his spirit now roams the castle, tormented by his past. Visitors have reported seeing his ghost wandering the grounds, often accompanied by a sense of sadness or despair. But Sir Richard isn't alone. Several other spirits are said to haunt the castle, including a young girl who died mysteriously within the castle walls. Strange mists, unexplained footsteps, and sudden cold drafts are common experiences for those brave enough to visit Croft Castle. With its combination of beauty and terror, Croft Castle remains one of the most chilling haunted houses in the UK. 13th. Ordol Hall, Salford. Ordol Hall is a stunning Tudor mansion in Salford, with a rich history and more than its fair share of ghosts. The most famous ghost is the White Lady, who has been seen by countless visitors over the years. Legend says she was a former resident of the house who met a tragic end, and now her spirit is doomed to wander the halls for eternity. Visitors have reported hearing the sound of footsteps in empty rooms, doors slamming shut by themselves, and the eerie sensation of being watched. Ghost hunters have also captured strange noises and apparitions on film, adding to the hall's haunted reputation. Ordol Hall's combination of beauty, history, and supernatural activity makes it a popular destination for those seeking a brush with the paranormal. 14. Sudbury Hall, Derbyshire. Sudbury Hall in Derbyshire is a grand 17th-century manor house with a reputation for ghostly activity. The most famous ghost here is said to be that of a little boy, often seen playing or running through the halls. His presence is often accompanied by the sound of giggling or the sight of small objects moving by themselves. In addition to the child spirit, visitors have reported seeing shadowy figures, hearing disembodied voices, and feeling sudden cold spots in certain rooms. The house's eerie atmosphere has drawn paranormal investigators from all over the country, all eager to uncover the secrets of Sudbury Hall. Whether you believe in ghosts or not, the stories surrounding this stately home are sure to send a chill down your spine. 15. Sutton House, Hackney, London. Sutton House is a beautifully preserved Tudor house in Hackney, London, but behind its charming exterior lies a dark and haunted history. Built in 1535, the house has been home to numerous families, and many believe that some of its former residents never left. One of the most commonly reported apparitions is that of a young girl, often seen in the upper rooms, dressed in period clothing. Visitors have also reported feeling sudden chills, hearing whispers when no one else is around, and seeing objects move by themselves. The house's long history and connection to tragic events make it a hotspot for paranormal activity. Sutton House may not be as famous as some other haunted locations, but those who have visited will tell you that it's just as eerie and just as haunted. Whether you believe in ghosts or not, the chilling tales from these haunted houses are enough to make anyone think twice before visiting. Each of these homes holds secrets from the past, and their ghostly residents remind us that some spirits never truly leave. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more terrifying explorations into the world's most haunted places. Thanks for watching, and remember, some doors are best left unopened.